Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome to my channel. Today we will be doing a new player build guide for Xiangling. In short, if you haven't seen my last video, this series is for if you are a new player, you don't have artifact farming, you don't want to farm artifacts because you're not Air 45 yet, and you don't have a whole lot of weapons. This series is for you. I made the mistake when I first started playing of not building Xiangling because I don't know, and I regret it still. So make sure to build Xiangling because you get it for free. I currently have her with Lisa, Sucrose, and Barbara. You can switch Sucrose for Lynette just to get that extra. This is an overload comp, but you can switch Sucrose for Lynette. That way you still get that Animo, the swirl damage. And I have Barbara, who you also get for free. The great thing about Barbara is she's a healer. She's going to apply Hydro for Lisa and Xiangling to get Melt, or no, Vaporize, and Electrocharged. So that's a pretty good team. You get all these characters for free, and you're guaranteed them. This is another team where I put Sucrose here, but you can also swap her out for Lynette. You could also swap her out for Lisa to make it a Hyper Bloom and Overload team. I mean, not Overload. Version team, which is just when you apply Hydro with Dendro, and then you make the Dendro cores, and then you slap them with either Pyro or Electro. I'm going to swap them back, and that should be good. We are going to stick with this team for now. And I'm going to show you a quick how I build Xiangling. Of course, there is no correct way to build her, but early game, I think for weapons, Dragon's Bane's a good one. If you don't have Dragon's Bane, you could use White Tassel, but I don't think it's the best for early game because it doesn't give it enough crit rate to actually guarantee that you'll crit or make it worth it. The normal attack damage might be good if you're using her as DPS though. I think though, Halberd, whatever it's called, or any attack percent, or anything with, because this also does normal attacks, but attack percent is really good for her early game because you want to get more damage. But if you don't have Dragon's Bane, go with Halberd. I wouldn't recommend Black Tassel because it's just HP and she doesn't scale off HP. White Tassel if you have it, but otherwise go Halberd or Dragon's Bane if you have both. For artifacts, I have her on Crimson Witch. So when you level up certain characters, you get certain artifacts. So if you send a Pyro character other than the Traveler to phase 2, and then phase 3, you get 2 pieces of the Crimson Witch of Flame. And that's what I'm using for her 2-piece. You could also switch her out for the Scholar, because that gives energy recharge, so I wouldn't, if you're very, very early game, like AR 12, I wouldn't recommend worrying too much about set bonuses, but if you are like 30 or something, AR 30, Scholar is a good one because it gives energy recharge 2-piece, and the other 2-piece I'm using is the Exile, which is also a 2-piece for energy recharge. As for stats, I have her on ER, Attack, and Attack. You might be wondering why I don't use Crit for this, or Pyro Damage Bonus. The Pyro Damage Bonus one is just because I don't have one. You could use Pyro Damage Bonus, but as for Crit, you're not really going to be critting early game until you unlock artifacts on AR 45, like when you start farming artifacts. So I just recommend working with what you get and what you have. And what you'll have is you'll probably have 2 pieces of the Exile, and you will, if you've gotten far enough, you will have 2-piece Crimson Witch of Flames. You'll most likely have the Scholar pieces too, so that's what I'm using for her artifacts. For her talents, I'd recommend Pyronado is her main talent you want to upgrade, because that is a great thing to upgrade. That's her main priority, and Woba Attack is a good one because it's her another source of Pyro, so I recommend upgrading, and I'm going to actually upgrade it right here, because I just realized I have enough. Her normal attack isn't essential, but I'm probably going to upgrade it a little bit, because I do use her for a little bit of battery. That's it. For this showcase, I'm going to be using the comp I have over here. I'm actually going to put Sucrose here just for the fact that I don't have Lynette leveled very high. So our damage here is not going to be like the best in the world. Our main goal here is just to get things done early game, and eventually once you start getting artifacts, you're going to want to build her on a different build, which you can Google literally anywhere. Just Google a Xiangling build. This tutorial is more for you've just started all the builds, you can't actually do them yet. I wouldn't recommend farming artifacts until AR 45. So until then, this is the build you can use, kind of thing. Just by default. Gonna wait for it to go down.
You're in for a little shock.
And try to get as much damage done as we can.
Come a little close.
Let's finish him off if we can. And all done. So, killed half my team.
Let the show begin.
But that is a-okay. Because I don't know. We managed to kill it. In early game, the goal isn't to kill it in 2 shots. I think the goal is just to not die and be able to kill it. So as long as you are able to kill the boss, which you can do with the other boss that I was heading to initially, my brain was like, that's probably not a good idea, showcase, because it's gonna look like not a lot of damage. Especially with its ability to, like, become immune to certain elements. But that's fine for now. If you want to see a build guide on like Sucrose or Lisa, let me know. I will be doing more of these. But if you have a specific character you'd like to see built, let me know. I will see you guys later. Thank you so much for watching. Bye bye!